And a warm welcome from the University of Illinois Ice Arena here in Champaign, Illinois, as we get ready for some Bradley hockey here on the Bradley Hockey Network. Tonight, the D2 Braves on the road as they take on the Illinois Fighting Illini here in Champaign. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Harrington, pleased to be joined tonight by Courtney White. And Courtney, this Illinois team has had a tough go of things, to say the least, this year. But the good news for them is that they did pick up their first weekend sweep of the year last weekend. Granted, it was against a D3 team in Northwestern, but it's good for them to at least get some wins behind their belt.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, they do currently sit last place in Maca, ninth in the standings. Bradley, they split last weekend with Marquette. Tough loss for them on Saturday, and this is the final road game of the season for them. Then they're just kind of looking to wrap up the season here on the road tonight, and then of course they'll be home tomorrow for the last home game.
Indeed, they will be. In that loss to Marquette, by the way, Courtney, the 5-1 loss that they had on Saturday against Marquette was actually their largest loss of the season, 4 goals. So they'll be looking to turn the corner here tonight against the Illini. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, Courtney, for both these teams. What do you have for us?
Yeah, for Illinois, it's really to shut down the Bradley offense, keep the puck moving. You know, they need to come out with a strong offense and a strong defense and just come out first. For Bradley, they need to set the pace of the game, have a strong start, and lots of offensive zone time.
All right, we will take a look at one more aspect of this game that certainly will play an impact, I think, at least for Bradley, more so than Illinois. This is a very unique sheet of ice that we're playing on here tonight in Champaign. As you look on your screen, you see that the standard NHL rink size is 200 feet long by 85 feet wide, which is what most teams play on, including Bradley. You bump that up to the Olympic size, it's about 15 feet wider. And what we're playing on here tonight is about 30 feet wider than what a typical NHL rink is. So it's 115 feet wide and 197 feet long. Very weird rink dimensions here that could certainly maybe play in favor of Illinois. And so also, a couple quick facts about the U of I Ice Arena here is that it was built back in 1931. So it's 91 years old here in 2022. And it's actually one of the few rinks in the United States that can host short track speed skating because of its unique size. So I thought those were some interesting facts that some of the Bradley fans may want to know about the unique playing surface here tonight in Champaign. So that's a little bit about this rink. Again, you can probably tell right away that looking at the corner maybe that the boards aren't quite as rounded as they typically are in a traditional rink that you will go to. So we'll go ahead and step aside here for just a couple of minutes as we will go through the national anthem and starting lineups for both of these teams. And then we will have puck drop between the D2 Braves, who are looking to get their 15th win of the season here tonight on the road in Champaign. Matt Harrington alongside Courtney White. We'll have Bradley hockey for you coming up next. Stick with us. Welcome back to Champaign, Illinois. Just about ready to go for a puck drop between the Braves and the Fighting Illini here for a late start in Champaign on a rare Thursday home game, or a rare Thursday game in general here for these Bradley Braves on the road. Of course, tomorrow we'll be back at the Owen Center, a much earlier start, 6:30, which I'm looking forward to the much earlier start myself. We'll go over the starting goaltenders for this one quick for the Illinois Fighting Illini. They will go with Bill Crawford, 2-11-1 record on the year, not the prettiest of records, but looking to turn things around for the Illini tonight. And meanwhile, Courtney, for these Bradley Braves, going with Cole Walter, who's been very solid this year for Bradley. So we will see how they do. And we've got a bunch of people that just decided they want to jump in front of our camera here right before the game started. So apologies for that. We'll see if they can sit down as soon as we can. But what a start physically for the Illini as Tommy Davis gets popped right at center ice to begin things here. And the Illini will take possession of the puck. Jack Lindstrom with it for Illinois as it's finally picked up by Wes Straker, getting the start here on the forward line for these Bradley Braves on the road here against Illinois. Again, Illini just 4 wins on the season, 2 of them coming this past weekend against a D3 team. Down low, Jack Flood for the Braves trying to battle at it there as it's picked up down low in the corner now. Braves still with it. Etchison trying to throw it in front. Goes back up top for Schmidt. They'll launch one in towards the goal as that's deflected by Flood into the corner. Good physical play from Deacon Sillis. Will Deacon Sillis, third on the team with 9 points so far for Illinois so far this year, as that's dumped down into the Braves defensive end. 1 minute into this first period, no score between the Braves and Fighting Illini in this MACA conference game. The last 2 games of the year in the regular season for the Braves, tonight and tomorrow night against Illinois. This one down low in the left corner. Bryant had it. That's cleared down by Konachek as it's cleared, and Schmidt will chase after it here for the Braves. Schmidt up the wall now for Bradley. Flood also in there as well as it's picked up and misfired there by Jackson Byen. That name sounds familiar as a Peoria hockey fan. It should. He's a former Peoria Mustang who also played with Cole Walter, and of course his twin brother Jackson also on this Illini team as well. So we'll see those two out there quite a bit tonight as freshmen for this Illini team. Down low in the corner now, Jack Flood trying to pick it up for the Braves. Looking to move up the wall. Apologies, we're kind of at a tough angle here with our camera, which is preventing us from getting into some of the corners, but we'll do the best we can on the angle. Up ahead now, here's Ethan McNeely. I'll send this one deep. And picked up here, oh, big hit below the goal line. Shane Ellis, the 6'2 forward for Illinois, throwing the body there. Now taken a hold of by Schmidt. Perfect pass up ahead. Goes off the stick of Zach Pierce. And I believe we're going to get a delayed offside here for our first whistle of the game with 17:37 to go in period number 1. Bradley and Illinois, first, again, of 2 meetings this year between these two teams. And Courtney, when you look at some of the past history between these two teams, Braves have dominated. They are 6-0 against Illinois since moving up to the D2 level.
Yeah, the Braves have outscored Illinois 39-15 in just those 6 games. So as long as the Braves stay hot on offense tonight, it should be a good game.
Physicality ramping up here early. Here's Zach Melbon for the Braves back behind the net. And now taken by Kohut up ahead here for Pierce. We'll play it along the boards for Bradley. Broken stick back behind the Bradley net. It'll come out through center now, where it's gathered by the Illini up the wall. Now Spence got Pierce with him. Ryan Spence into the zone, and they're offside, as you got a little bit of a late whistle there from the official, but Spence still shot the puck, though, of course, because he didn't hear the whistle, so that will stop play with 17:02 to go in the first period. Taken off the faceoff here by the Illini as they will grab that loose puck. Chopped into the zone by Dominic Borelli for the Illini. He, of course, played high school hockey with Tommy Shack and Tommy Davis at Providence Catholic High School. Seems like we've said that a lot about some of the opponents that the Braves have had, but him and Cam Cutler as well playing at Providence Catholic with Davis and Shack for Bradley. So former teammates reuniting here tonight. Etchison in the corner for the Braves. Trying to muscle this one up the wall. Kept in at the zone. The shot there deflects just wide. Went off the stick of Michael Hall in front of the net for the Braves. Now back the other way. Dom Fisher back to get it. Fisher, the junior defenseman for Illinois, finds his man, and here they come breaking out of the zone. Fisher, of course, the captain of this Illini team as well. Fisher, good stick save by Walter, as he's able to steer that one toward the glass. Around to the other side. Down low into the corner. And now up top, the shot there deflects, taken a hold of here by Bertucci for Illinois. That shot goes well wide. Sails over to the other side as the Braves try and win the race. Big hit thrown there from number 82, Trevor Cooney for the Braves. Chopped up the wall. Shack trying to win the foot race with Sprunk as it goes down low now for Sam Bryant. Bryant up the wall, finds his man on the left wing side. Flip to the line, but not out. Good keep by the Illini as they, again, ramp up that physicality. Deacon Sillis with the shot, and that's taken a hold of now by Andrew Schmidt up the boards for the Bradley Braves. Now across the line, and Spence was way offside as Bishop throws a late shot there after the offside call. And don't think there's going to be a penalty, but that's one where Seth Bishop's got to be a little careful here down the stretch of, or in the early portions of this game.
Yeah, I know a big thing for the Braves oh my goodness. I know a big thing for the Braves with their loss last week at Marquette was they just kind of got in their own heads, so they really need to keep their emotions in check in this match and really take control.
Yeah, that, like you mentioned, that was certainly an issue in that Marquette game. Zach Pierce had a 10-minute misconduct in the closing minutes of that one for the Braves. And, of course, that doesn't carry over, so he's not suspended or anything for this one. Can you move, please? Down low in the corner, up the wall here for the Braves. And now Flood will play it ahead here for Cooney. Into the zone, that's broken up. And McNeely goes down low into the corner for Illinois. Doppelt as well as he'll come free with that puck. Doppelt trying to move it out of the zone as he gets it past Etchison and in deep. Melbon and Konachek racing after it here. That one off the side of the net. Dangerous play in front. Still whacking away, and it just goes wide of Cole Walter in the goal crease. Now Jack Flood up the boards here for the Braves. Cooney trying to get it out and can't. And so Illinois will take a hold of it. McNeely, now Flood on it for Bradley as the Braves finally have a chance to regroup here. Melbon has it roll off the tape. He'll stick with it here in the corner. Down below the goal line, Spence lays the body. Big play there behind the cage. And now here's an odd man rush for the Illini the other way. Here's Leo Smatt. He's slowed down at the wall by Bishop, who will come forward with it for the Braves. Smatt able to regain possession here for Illinois as it's flipped up deep and dumped in by Tyler Byen, number 16, the leading scorer for these Illini with 13 points so far on the season. Now Spence into the zone, leaves it for Shack. That's broken up on a good stick play from Dom Fisher. Now Byen back into the offensive zone, collected by the Braves. Shack goes down, delayed offside, so Illinois, but wow, physicality ramping up, and the students here, Courtney, are loving every bit of it.
Yeah, they definitely are. You know, I think they'd give our student section a run for their money.
They do. This is good to see, though, that a good student crowd is out here tonight for this game. Not sure if we're going to have any penalties out of this. We've had a lot of collisions at open ice that have been played not by the puck. And so we are going to have an interference call here, Courtney, with 13:11 to go in the first period, and we'll see who this is against. And again, some discussion right now with the officials And I believe this is going to go against Ryan Spence for the Braves, as he will take a seat in the sin bin here for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's a tough early penalty, especially when Bradley isn't playing on as well in offense as they really could right now. They really need a strong defensive start to this power play.
We'll see how they do on the penalty kill. 78.7% this year for the Braves. And this, by the way, is this attempt right here will be their 100th penalty kill of the season so far. So we'll see how the Braves can do on this opportunity. And this is a 4-minute double minor here against Spence. So we're going to have a 4-minute power play for Illinois. Interesting to see the double minor on the board. See how that changes things for the Braves. Bishop trying to muscle this one out of the zone, and it's still handled along the wall. Taken down low in the corner, flung back up high for Illinois as they send it down low. McNeely up along the left wing side. Now over Matherin. Lines that up and sends it off a body into the corner. Matherin had a great weekend against Northwestern. 5 points, 3 goals, 2 assists last weekend for Illinois. And of course got up to second now on the team scoring lead. Shot there deflected. Taken a hold of by the Illini as they maintain possession on the power play. Here's Ben Sprunk trying to throw it toward the net. That deflects, and Cooney will look for Seth Bishop. Now Bishop, and Sprunk will meet it in the corner as Illinois moves up. 12 minutes to go in this first period. Double minor against Ryan Spence as Illinois is on their first power play of this game. Dished off in the corner. Here's Byen, Jackson Byen, and now taken by Illinois. Cutting toward the middle there is Konachek, and that goes wide. Jackson Byen back up to the point now. Fisher looking for an option. Shoots it in on goal. Good save, Walter. And Bishop will clear it down the length of the ice with 2:20 to go on the double minor penalty to Ryan Spence. No score between Bradley and Illinois. These two in-state rivals meeting for the first time since January of 2020. Illinois looking to move this one out of the zone, and they do. Here's the senior forward, Michael Hall. Hall into the zone. Good save by Walter. Able to pad that one away, no problem. Very loud inside the U of I Ice Arena. Lots of students in attendance tonight. And that's scooped up on the shot from Deacon Silas by Walter, who will hold with 1:47 to go on the power play for Illinois.
So far, Bradley's had a great defensive start to this power play. They just really need to keep it up and hold Illinois.
See how they do. And again, keep in mind that if that was just a single minor penalty instead of the 2 minutes, that of course would be over by now, but it's sent in deep. And so we'll see how Bradley can do on the second half of this penalty kill. Here comes Illinois. They'll blast this one into the zone. Apologies for the little bit of delay that we had there. Here, looks like we got disconnected from YouTube for just a moment, but we are back here in Champaign. It is still 0-0 between Bradley and Illinois, and we'll see how the Braves can do in this next 15 seconds on this penalty kill as they try and kill this one off. Into the corner now, Shack. Blast that one to the line, but it's not out. Kept in down low, and the Braves are able to successfully kill off the double minor penalty to Ryan Spence. Now Hall trying to tuck it in on Walter, who's got it pinned up for the stoppage. And the students, again, loving that, loving the energy so far, Courtney, that Illinois has provided. And I'll tell you what, they have come out really strong. They look like the better team so far here in the first period.
Yeah, one of the keys to the game was for Bradley to start off strong, play on their level, and I just don't really think Bradley's doing that. You know, one of the things that might have happened is they came in knowing this Illinois team was not as good as them, and that can really affect your head.
Certainly can, and perhaps maybe the student section over there has something to do with that as well. That, of course, is one of the home ice advantage features that Bradley has, and of course, they'll use that to their advantage tomorrow night for senior night and Greek night. Expecting a lot of students at the Owen Center for that game, and of course we'll have it here for you on the Bradley Hockey Network as well. Now over to the other side. Pass just goes a little bit too far for Zach Pierce, who takes it into the corner for the Braves. Nifty little move there by Byan as he sends it over for Cam Cutler. Cutler up ahead, trying to find the stick of Borelli as it's cleared down, just looking for Pierce as it goes a little bit too far. And let's see here. Going to have an icing perhaps? I don't know. Pierce was pretty clearly the first one there. And I'm not sure why that whistle was blown. That is strange. I don't know if you saw anything, Courtney, that I missed, but Pierce definitely beat out that icing if it was that.
Yeah, he definitely did. I didn't see anything, so. Interesting
decision here. And you saw Zach Pierce right away talking with the officials about why that was called an icing. So I believe that's what we're going to get. Regardless, Bradley will have a defensive zone face-off here, as it's cleared into the offensive zone. I've been told that Tommy Davis is not on the bench right now for the Bradley Braves, so that's something we will keep an eye on down the stretch. Certainly a player that the Braves would like out there. Here's Cooney, turnaround shot denied in front. Flood trying to get it back up top now. Rolled off the stick of Etchison, and now Bryant will flip it into the corner here for Flood. Now Flood takes the body along the boards, sticking with it here for the Braves. Etchison in there as well. Now Illinois able to move it out of the zone. Ellis knocked off the puck there as he flips it into the Bradley zone. Still nothing, 7:40 to go here in period one. Bradley and Illinois. Here's Ellis cutting in, scores! Shane Ellis with a beautiful goal, and the Illini strike first. It's 1-0.
This is exactly what Illinois needed to come out and do. They needed to start strong. They needed to have that offensive possession, and they've done everything here tonight. It's definitely been their game so far.
Well, that was a good-looking goal there from Shane Ellis. That's his 6th goal of the year, and that puts him into a tie for first place in goals for Illinois so far this year. So he continues to stay hot. Had an assist in the win versus Northwestern last Saturday, and I'll switch that. Accidentally put Bradley won. That is not correct. So Illinois up 1-0 on the goal by Shane Ellis, his 6th of the year. And again, we'll see how Bradley responds down this period. Big hit there late on Corey Kohut. Will Deaconsilis on the hit there. Up the boards now. Ryan Spence moves across the line. Got Shack with him. He'll leave it back for Bishop. Now Bishop taking it around the outside. Bishop shooting, pad save, rebound loose, and gloved up by Bill Crawford. Haven't had to call his name a ton because, quite frankly, he hasn't seen a whole lot of pucks so far in this game.
Yeah, there has not been much Bradley offense so far.
So big scrum there after the whistle. 6:58 to go here in the first period. 11-2 the shots on goal in favor of Illinois. This has been a very impressive performance from the Illini. Certainly underdogs in this game, being last in the conference. Bradley number 2. Here's Straker. Can't quite get the stick on it there as the Illini come racing forward. Here's Jackson Byan. He'll float that one in on his former junior goaltender, Cole Walter. Those two teammates together with the Mustangs. Doppolt trying to leave it there as Tuttle gets a stick on it and trying to force it out of the zone. The play by Straker. Push it down low into the Illinois zone as it's flipped in deep. 6:30 to go in period number 1 here in Champaign. Late night hockey here on a Thursday on the Bradley Hockey Network. That one sticked away by Walter high off the glass as it's taken by Konachek. Konachek now with it for Illinois. He's forced to come out through center and a turnover. Here's a chance for the Braves. Trevor Cooney, and Pierce was offside. A big, big break for Illinois as it looked like Bradley was for sure going to have a 2-on-1 the other way. Courtney, I see you writing some things down. Do you perhaps maybe have a little bit of an update on one of the Bradley players?
Yeah, well, Tommy Davis went out earlier. He's still out there. It looks like they're attending to him. Next to him is Sam Lucas. The head coach went over and checked on them. He's now back in the box. That's as much of an update I really have. Okay,
well, we appreciate it. A couple big players, though, for Bradley that are not out there right now. So we'll keep an eye and see if we can get any sort of injury update during the period as well. 5:38 to go here in the first. 1-0 Illinois on their home ice. Pierce after it here for the Braves. Down low, Pierce and Schmidt. That one will come out through center, and Flood able to grab it here for Cooney. Now the other way. Here's Leo Smatt. Takes the contact along the wall. Puck comes free behind Walter as it's still taken by Tyler Byen. Here's Byen. Now Bradley down low. Into the corner. Big hit from Fisher as it's Melbon who picks it up for the Braves. Now Byen swings it over and gets his return feed. Tyler Byen looking for a teammate here. Instead picked up by Etchison, who lost an edge right as he was coming into the offensive zone. Now Flood chasing it down for Bradley. Fisher and able to get it up the wall. Crandall swings it in deep. 4:35 to go here in the first. 1-0 lead for Illinois, again on the goal from Shane Ellis just a few minutes ago. Up ahead now, here come the Illini into the zone. Borelli picked up by Shack as it's sent over to the other side right in front of the Bradley bench. Chris DeConcilis now over to Fisher. We'll move it ahead for Borelli. Left at the line. And now back into neutral ice. DeConcilis back to get it in his own end as it's up ahead. Crandall moves it up through center. Lost an edge. Illinois stays in the offensive zone. Walter able to get the shot off here as it's stuck, looks like, behind the side of the net. And now finally picked up. Penalty coming up. Ryan Spence was able to draw the penalty, and it's going to be against the Illini here, Courtney, so Bradley will have a power play. This was behind the play, and I thought they were going to call it on Spence at first, but it's a roughing call on Cam Cutler of Illinois, and so Bradley will get its first power play of the game here late in this first period.
Yeah, they really need to use this power play to turn the momentum in their favor. You know, this game has been all Illinois so far.
It certainly has been all Illinois. Again, the penalty on Cutler for Illinois. So Bradley go back to the power play, or should say not go back to, but their first one of the game. This year, the Braves 20.7%, 23 for 111 on the power play so far this year. So we'll get an offensive zone faceoff here for the Braves. Off the draw, quickly one back. Here's Etchison looking for a lane. Sends it off the long boards down low for Kohut. Now Etchison on the right side. Back up top for Kohut. Straker sticks with it here. Back up top for Kohut. Loads it up. That's blocked. Straker still with it here for Bradley. Here's Etchison. Shoots. Good save from Crawford. Still stuck with here by the Braves. Kohut handles it at the line. Dishes down low. Left wing side, Wes Straker. That's thrown towards the cage, and it's cleared down the length of the ice by, looked like a Illinois player. Didn't get the number on it, but a good clear nonetheless. 1:17 to go on the Bradley power play. Their first of the game here with 2:50 to play in the first period. Cooney leaves it at the line. Braves into the offensive zone. Taking a hold of here. Etchison with the shot. Blocked off the leg of Fisher. Now Fisher will handle it below the goal line. Around the boards it comes as Sprunk can't clear it. Deflected in front, just wide, as it's collected now by Schmidt in the corner. I'm sorry, that's Straker. Now sent over to the other side. Coat deflects off a body, tough angle, and cleaned up by Sprunk, who's able to get that down the length of the ice. Perhaps a shorthanded break. Here's CM Beckos, and scooped up by Cole Walter out of midair for the stoppage. Good looking shorthanded chance though for Illinois. So 2:13 to go in the first period. 33 seconds left on the minor penalty here to Illinois. Again, we do have a couple of players that are injured right now for Bradley, and we'll see if we can give you an update on those players. Sam Lucchese, one of them. Tommy Davis, another. A couple of very important players for this Bradley team. We'll see if we can get an update for you during the first intermission. Bishop, though, with the puck for the Braves. 15 seconds left on the power play. Bishop up top for Crandall. Back to Bishop. Backdoor feed. Here's Shack, and he hit the post. Tommy Shack nearly making this game 1-1, but cleared down by Illinois. Crandall. Illinois back at full strength now. DeConcilis on the forecheck. Banked up ahead as it's gathered in by Ryan Spence. He'll motor into the zone. Spence trying to go between the legs. That didn't work out, as Illinois will play it forward. Less than 90 seconds to go in the period. That shot from Byen will bounce off of Shack and go out of play here with 1:21 to go in the first. But Courtney, you look at the shots on goal, 13-3 right now in favor of Illinois. It seems like they're just doing everything right.
Yeah, they definitely are. Bradley's offense has been slow to start. You know, it could be because Tommy Davis isn't in right now, but they really need to, you know, get something going even without him starting, you know, the last bit of this period and starting in the next.
Looks like Sam Lucchese is heading to the Bradley locker room right now. He's kind of limping behind the Illinois net, so we'll see if we can get an update on him as well. And I've been told that Tommy Davis has also gone back to the locker room. Perhaps that's just a thing with only 57 seconds to go in the period, but nonetheless, you don't like to see that in the first 20 minutes of your road hockey game, and a big one here at Illinois.
Yeah, especially not with playoffs coming up.
We'll see again if we can get an injury update on those two. Braves off the face-off as they'll pick it up in the defensive end. Jack Flood charging up ahead, able to get past the speedy Jack Lindstrom. Into the corner now, Fisher for Illinois. Sends that one up ahead as he finds the stick of Byen. Jackson Byen, long pass up ahead, trying to get it past Melbon. Konachek wins the foot race as it will come out to the neutral zone. Konachek will smother this one as he finds his teammate up along the wall. Jack Lindstrom nearly intercepted by Cooney, just got a piece of it as Schmidt will play it at the line. Shack into the zone looking for Cooney as he got a shot up high. No penalty call, we'll keep playing. Illinois back into the offensive zone. There's a quick wrister, good save Walter with 7 seconds to go in the period. Tyler Byen in the slot looking for Fisher. 3 seconds, Cooney just gonna have to shoot it here for the Braves. Left it and ran out of time, and that will do it for the first period of play. And perhaps a little bit of a surprise here, Illinois, with just 4 wins on the season, sitting last place in the MACA Conference, and they are down 1-0. I'm sorry, Bradley down 1-0 here to Illinois after one, Courtney, in a period that was pretty much dominated, to put it quite frankly, by Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois definitely dominated that period. They set the pace. Bradley let them. There was really no offensive possession by Bradley. They were playing on defense the whole time, which is really just a tough break for Bradley.
Again, a couple of players for Bradley not out there at the end of the first period. Tommy Davis and Sam Lucchese. Looks like they went back to the locker room a little bit early. So we'll see if we can get an injury update on those two for you during the first intermission. But again, the score after one, Illinois 1, Bradley 0. Only goal coming from Shane Ellis. That one that beat the blocker of Cole Walter in that first period. Braves have a lot of work to do in the second period. We'll see if they can perhaps turn the tide a little bit here in period number 2. We'll step aside for the first intermission. Matt Harrington here alongside Courtney White. We'll be back here for the second period. Welcome back to the U of I Ice Arena here in Champaign, Illinois. Matt Harrington alongside Courtney White as we get ready for the second period of play between the Braves and the Illini. A dominant first period from the Illini, who led the shots on goal, Courtney, 14-3. And we do have a little bit of an injury update for Tommy Davis. He is not going to be returning to this game for the Bradley Braves tonight. So Davis is out the remainder of the game, which is obviously a huge loss for the Bradley Braves. Leading point scorer in just about every category, and a guy who is just makes such an impact on the ice.
Yeah, Bradley's definitely going to have to find other ways to step up offensively. Other players are going to have to step up and take over his spot.
We did not get an injury update on Sam Lucchese, but as soon as we can get one as well for him, we will do our best to give you that information as well. But again, Tommy Davis not returning to the lineup tonight for the Bradley Braves. Braves down 1-0 here as we begin the second period. Illinois will take a hold of this puck and send it in deep. Josh Crandall back to play it here for the Braves as he sends it up the wall. Kohut backhands this one up and moves ahead with speed. Here's Corey Kohut into the zone. Backhanding that one toward the front, just deflected off a stick as it goes into the corner. Illinois now with possession. Penalty coming up against the Illini. Interference call, and the Braves will go back on the power play here as Konachek will sit for 2.
Yeah, this is definitely an important power play for the Braves. They really need to do something here. They need to use this opportunity to their advantage.
Penalty looked like it was behind the play a little bit, but that back official had his arm up right away to call that penalty on Konachek. So you see again the shots on goal, 14-3 in favor of Illinois. Bradley can cut into that deficit a little bit here. Illinois clears that one down the length of the ice as it's dumped in deep. Kohut able to race after it, and Hall will pick it up here for the Illini. Sprunk all the way down the ice, finds the stick of Sam Bryant for the Braves. As Bryant will pick it up here. 1 minute gone in the first. Still plenty of power play time for the Braves, 1:34 to go. Now Cooney racing ahead into the offensive zone, leaves it for Etchison. He scored the only goal in that loss to Marquette last Saturday. Had a 4-goal weekend as well against the Golden Eagles. Had a hat trick in the Friday game. That one sent in deep. Cooney after it for the Braves. Gets a stick on it. Fanned on it, still kept by the Braves. Here's Straker looking for a lane. That's blocked. And Illinois will clear that one down the length of the ice. Good play there from the very tall Shane Ellis, 6'2" on the clear. Halfway through the penalty kill for the Illini. Zach Pierce winning the foot race for Bradley. Fisher in there as well as it's flipped up the wall, unable to be kept and cleared down the length of the ice. Good news, Courtney. I see Sam Lucchese. Looks like he's heading back toward the Bradley bench. So that's good news for the Braves. Lucchese does seem like he will be good to go here in the second period. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's another chance for the Braves. Tough shot, save Crawford. And the rebound goes down low. Good opportunity there for the Braves. Now Pierce cutting through the middle. In the slot, trying to make a play on it there as Cutler has to play that one over to the other side. Braves with 16 seconds to go on the power play. Bishop down low into the corner. Worked along the boards here for Bradley. Now Shack can't keep it. Good clear out of the zone by Dominic Borelli. Now Crandall takes a big hit in the far right corner as it comes out through the neutral zone. This will be an icing call here against the Braves as we're back to full strength. 17-19 to go in period number 2 here in Champaign at the historic U of I Ice Arena. 91 years old. This place built back in 1931. And of course, Courtney, there's been rumors for a long time that Illinois is getting close to potentially moving to NCAA Division I men's hockey. And of course, they already have the Big Ten Conference, which has Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Michigan, among others. Here's Pierce trying to waddle into the zone, or toward the net rather, as he's knocked off the puck. Of course, they need a lot nicer venue than this one that we have here tonight, but it's still a very historic and unique barn for Illinois hockey. That one deflects out of play for a stoppage. Bradley with one shot on goal so far in the second period of play. Lots of students on hand here, I'm sure, as you've heard throughout the course of this game. Of course, expecting a pretty good crowd tomorrow night at the Owen Center as well for round 2 between these teams. Here's Trevor Cooney into the zone and just sends it wide on the wrist shot. Now Schmidt back to get it for the Braves as they'll flip it back in deep. Braves tag up on the delayed offside. Outlet pass connects. Bekos finds his man into the offensive zone. Tejkowski trying to get it there. Rather, that was Leo Smat in front as Walter was down and out of position for the Braves. Now Flood into the corner for Bryan as he checks his surroundings. Now Bryan able to get a hold of it for the Braves. Backhands that one out of the zone and down the ice as it's Sprunk to get it here for Illinois. One thing, Courtney, that I've noticed is Illinois has some very tall defensemen, which certainly isn't an advantage for them. Of course, you have the longer sticks when you're taller, and that could certainly be one of the reasons they blocked a lot of shots here tonight as well. Up the wall and clear down the ice. No icing here against the Braves. Cooney down low as he works with Sprunk. Now over to the other side. Bumped out ahead and into the offensive zone. Matherin. Great weekend he had against Northwestern as he takes the contact there from Melbon. Matherin now down low for Illinois. Looking for an open lane. Matherin will send this one to the corner. Left wing side in the high slot. Bertucci trying to pull the trigger and still jammed at it in the slot. Matherin there as well as it will come free into the neutral zone where it's collected by Fisher. Back into the hands, Deacon Silas at the line. Good step-up play from Corey Coat to keep that alive in the neutral zone. Back the other way. Here's Chris Deacon Silas across. Matherin trying to pull the trigger and cannot. Another try is blocked that time from Seth Bishop. Braves all of a sudden again here being forced into their own end early in this second period. Very reminiscent of what we saw in period number 1. That one deflects off the Illinois bench. And we may have a too many men penalty here. And I think that's what we're going to get here, Courtney. We'll see. But it does look like we're going to have too many men on the ice. Bradley should be going to the power play here.
Another great opportunity to get the Bradley offense going. You know, they've had a rough start here so far, and they just really need something to get going.
Well, that, of course, was interesting because it happened. It bounced off an Illinois player. And, of course, when you're the official, you got to keep your eye on the puck. When it happens right in front of the bench, it's easy to spot the 6 white jerseys on the ice. So we should be getting a too many men penalty against Illinois here. But we'll see how things shake out. Again, 14:44 to go in the second. Braves down 1-0. If you're just joining us, Tommy Davis injured in the first, I'd say 3 seconds of the game. Took a big hit, and he, again, is not returning to the lineup for the Braves here this evening. There was a penalty that was called. Well, they were talking to the scorer's table. Maybe they aren't calling one here after all. Interesting. Guess there's no penalty. So, thought we had one, but maybe not. So we'll keep playing on at 5-on-5. Crandall will play it up ahead here for Tuttle into the offensive zone for the Braves. Illinois back to get it. Again, perhaps lucking out on a penalty that was not called against the Illini. Braves back into the offensive zone. Konachek up the wall for Illinois. Crandall will have to retreat to center ice. Racing into the zone. Here's Lindstrom. Sails that one wide of the mark. Doppelt quickly winning the battle there to get to it as Bryant will find Tuttle. Now Tuttle's pass misses the stick of Crandall. And he'll have to play it up ahead here for Bradley. 6 minutes into period 2. Still 1-0 in favor of the home Illini. Trying to pull off a huge upset here over the Bradley Braves, who are right now either second or third in the conference, depending on how you look at the standings. And Illinois, of course, in 9th place, last place right now for the Illini in the MACA standings. Pierce throws that one out front. Good play by Bryan. Spence picks it up and throws it in on goal, but a good save by Bill Crawford. No problem for him, Courtney. He's had a pretty easy night so far.
Yeah, Bradley's only had 6 shots on him so far. Just really struggling on the offense again tonight, just like they did last Saturday against Marquette.
Good news, though, for the Braves is that this game is still well within reach, and there's tons of time to go as well. 13:30, as you saw, remaining in period number 2. Illinois now up the boards, intercepted. Spence thought he had it in the zone for a moment, but did not. Spence brothers playing out there right now. And taken a hold of here by Corey Kohut, the junior defenseman for Bradley. Sends it across. Andrew Schmidt. Notice a little bit of a different defense pairing out there right now for the Braves. Typically, we see Kohut and Crandall out there together. Right now, though, we're seeing Kohut and Schmidt. So that's a little bit of a defensive adjustment for the Braves. Looks like Crandall is coming back out there right now to go back to his original D partner, though, Corey Kohut. Off the face-off. A chance in front, sticked away by Crawford. Rebound couldn't be picked up there by Flood. Now Crandall over to Kohut. Up the boards as Illinois tries to play it. Now Bradley into the offensive zone. Cooney hands it over. Etchison, the shot, and a good save, Crawford. Etchison again trying to jam it there. Here's Flood in the slot looking for Cooney, who couldn't find the puck on his stick. Braves able to maneuver, the Illini back, able to maneuver it in the offensive zone. Etchison for Cooney, who's running out of gas. Looks like Sam Lucchese back on the bench for Bradley, but we have not seen him out on the ice so far, as Etchison will flip this one out of play. And he knocked an extra puck on the ice too that was stuck in the netting. So again, Courtney, you were the one that pointed that out with Lucchese, but it does look like he is back on the ice right now. So I believe this is Lucchese's first shift since being hurt. So great to see him back out on the ice.
Yeah, definitely great to see him back out on the ice, especially with Tommy Davis out. Braves
win the draw in the offensive zone. Melbon able to scoop that one to the corner. Bishop after it here for the Braves. Melbon, good keep at the line, just got it inside the blue line. Now over to Ryan Spence. Bishop and Shack out there as well for the Braves. Just under 12 minutes to play here in period number 2. Lucchese up ahead here for Bishop. Now Spence holds on to it. Ryan Spence up to the point. Lucchese sends that one wide of the mark. Still picked up, though, by the Braves. Melbon shot deflects off the stick there of Cam Cutler and back into Bradley territory. Ryan Spence able to tap that one deep. He'll come off for a change with the rest of his line mates here for Illinois, or for the Braves. Now Bryant back in deep for the Braves as it's sent up the wall. Melbon still out there as well for the Braves. Cooney takes the collision. Here's Hall trying to tuck that one in on Walter. Still sticks with it, poked away, and out of the zone it will come. Dangerous looking play there in front of Bradley goaltender Cole Walter. Now Bryant for the Braves, up ahead for Cooney. And the Braves just offside. That was a close call at the line. Well, we'll get a stoppage here with 10:55 to go in the second period. Braves have cut the shots on goal quite a bit here, down to 16-8. But still, that's a 2-1 margin in favor of Illinois. So face-off will come out of the zone here. Spence brothers out there with Zach Pierce on this forward line for the Braves. That goes off the side of the net, or the back of the net rather, as the Braves stick with it in the offensive zone. Spence gets tossed around there by Bertucci right in front, and cleared away no problem by Crawford, the goaltender for the Illini. Here's a giveaway. Ryan Spence on it for the Braves. Spence takes it down low. Pierce trying to tuck it in there, not much on the shot, as Bryant able to keep the zone for Bradley. Up the left wing side, here's Spence, got taken down. No call, in front, they score! Andrew Spence puts it home for the Braves, and we are tied at 1.
That's exactly what Bradley needed this period. They needed to get something going, and here they've done it.
Well, Andrew Spence was sitting There's about 4 Illini players that were sitting in front of the net, and nobody able to find Andrew Spence. And he's got the goal for Bradley, in just the 3rd goal of the year for Andrew Spence, and his first since a goal against Maryville on December 4th. So congratulations to Andrew Spence getting the big equalizer for the Braves here in period number 2. Look out, big hit there from Corey Kohut on Tyler Byen, or excuse me, Jackson Byen, number 71 for Illinois. See if this gives the Braves that energy that they have been lacking so far in this game. Over to the other side now. Etchison finds it for Bradley. Up the wall, can't clear it past the stick of Sprunk. Here's Byen, shoots, and a good stop by Walter. Might have got a piece of the post there as well. Now Kohut and Sprunk meeting in the corner. Jack Flood also there for the Braves. Up ahead, off a stick, that's McNeely for Illinois. Trying to keep it in the zone. Good keep by Byen, as Flood will force it right back to neutral ice. 1-1 on the equalizer from the freshman Andrew Spence, his 3rd goal of the year, as Cole Walter makes the stop right there to keep this game knotted up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Illinois still leading Bradley 2-1 in shots, with 18 shots for Illinois and just 9 shots for Bradley. So they really need to use this goal to keep the offense possession strong and really just play their game.
So far, Illinois, though, after that goal has given a little bit of a pushback, and they do have an offensive zone faceoff to work with here as well. This one deflecting Bishop at center for the Braves. Straker trying to grab it for Bradley, as Fisher will play it now for Illinois. Illini trying to get it out of the zone. Here's Tommy Shack. Can't quite pull the trigger there, as he was surrounded by some white jerseys. Over to the other side now, Wes Straker. Forced to the line by Illinois and out of the zone. Here's Ellis. He's got the lone goal of the game for Illinois, as he goes flying over the body there of Zach Melbon, who was trying to get the hip check in right there. Battle for it in the corner now. Stuck up along the wall. And that's Leo Smat for Illinois. He gets taken down by Melbon. Now Shack up ahead. Just finds the stick of Straker, trying to stick with it, and it rolled off his skate, as Illinois will pump it out to center. Bishop able to tap it deep, but not for long, as Illinois regroups. Foot race here. Walter going to come all the way out, and Melbon making a really good play, heads up to prevent a collision with his goaltender. Now Straker into the zone, right in on goal, as Crawford will hold on for the whistle. But again, Courtney, I want to just go back to the play that Melbon made. I don't know if our viewers saw that, but it looked like he was blocking the Illinois player, didn't catch who the Illinois player was, from running into his goaltender, Cole Walter. That's a really smart heads-up play right there.
Yeah, it definitely is. Great play by Melbon.
Melbon, of course, just a freshman here for the Bradley Braves, and has 3 points on the season, 1 goal, 2 assists. Now Schmidt will float this one in on goal for a stoppage. 7:50 to go in the period. Down low it will go now. Illinois able to play it. Janowski over to the other side, right in front of the Bradley bench, as here comes Illinois into the zone. Cutler shoots it in on goal. Walter's got the glove down, no problem for the stop. That's his 19th of the game here in period number 2. We've seen Walter some games this year where he's had a very heavy workload, maybe others not so much, but definitely doing a good job of keeping the Braves in this game right now. Up the wall now as the Braves clear it down the length of the ice. Janowski back to get it for Illinois. Here's Janowski for the Illini. Up the boards. Good keep by Kohut at the right wing side. Again, if you're just joining us, this rink is about 30 feet wider than what Bradley typically plays on, which is a 200-foot long, 85 feet wide. This one 115 feet wide, and 197 feet long. Kohut, shot on goal is turned away by Crawford. Etchison will poke that one down low for Cooney. Comes back up to the point where Crandall has it for the Braves. That one floated wide of the mark. Flood on it. Pinned up along the wall, and now Illinois able to move it free. Here comes Hall into the zone. Slicing his way through center. And now Trevor Cooney back for the Braves. Here's Cooney moving in. Takes it around the outside. Trying to jam it home there was a Brave. That was Flood over to the other side now. Sam Bryant on it. 6:25 to go in the second of a 1-1 game here in Illinois. Deacon Silas now across the line. Floats that one in on goal. No problem, though, for Cole Walter. Matherin able to force that one deep, as Deacon Silas will take it on the other side for Illinois. In the slot looking for a man, and that's fired wide. High rebound there, unable to be handled by Bertucci. Braves still in the defensive end here, trying to get out. That one's blocked, picked up by Dopplet, so send it over. Shot there from Matherin, great block by Shack. Matherin again sends that one wide, but Shack taking a bullet of a shot there. Still obviously in some pain, but sticking out there as Crandall gets that one out with one hand, but going to have a penalty called here against the Illini. That will be a power play for Bradley. Saw Crandall go down, had to move that one out with his hand, and he drew a penalty in the process.
Yeah, this is going to be another important power play for Bradley. You really just want to see them score here so they can take the lead.
Again, being outshot 19-11. Bertucci will go to the box for a trip. And again, for the folks at home that are not aware, Tommy Davis was injured on the very first shift of this game for Bradley. And again, he will not be returning to the game for the Braves here with 5:38 to go in the second. He has not played since that very first shift, and of course will not be returning tonight for the Braves. That's their leading scorer as well, and one of the top 20 scorers in the country as well that is out for the Braves tonight. Now Melbon swings this one across. Kohut will muscle it down low here for Cooney. Braves trying to get set up here on this power play. Kohut holds onto it as it's dished off on the wing. Back over on the left wing side, Zach Melbon. Here's Straker now, looking for an open lane. He'll switch with Melbon as he goes down low now. Straker trying to get around Fisher and does, as he still has it. Wes Straker shoots it off the glass and down into the left corner now. Illinois trying to maneuver this one out of the zone. Tough to get an angle on what's going on down there in the left corner, but it looks like it's finally dug free. Now at the backdoor feed, a quick shot. That's blocked, and Fisher able to muscle that one out of there. 1 minute to go now on the power play for the Braves as it's sent up ahead. Here comes Bradley into the zone. Straker trying to throw it on net as he's met there with Spence. Spence trying to go and get it here for the Braves. Straker in there as well. Dom Fisher, the captain, finally getting it for Illinois. He wipes out. Spence scores! Ryan Spence takes advantage of the turnover, and it's 2-1, a power play goal. How about Ryan Spence, Courtney? That's his brother, of course, had the first one, Andrew Spence, and now Ryan Spence getting in on the action there. That was a bad turnover. The player lost his edge, and Bradley takes full advantage.
Yeah, that's Ryan Spence's seventh goal of the season, and that's exactly what Bradley needed right now. Just 4 minutes left in the second period, and they just really need to keep that momentum here and go out strong.
So Ryan Spence getting the goal on the power play. It's certainly one that Illinois would like to have back. They want more, though. Across in the slot, looking back for Andrew Spence as it went wide. Both Spence brothers scoring here tonight. I believe that's the first time that has happened this season. I will have to double check that, but if so, what an accomplishment. Braves with their first lead of the game here. 3:45 to go in the period. Another try in front as it's just sent wide of Crawford. Now Flood in the corner, sent over to the other side. Backhander by Spence goes high, off the glass. Looked like a knuckleballer puck there. Down it goes to the other side now. Lindstrom working on it here, gets rocked by Andrew Spence. He can score goals and throw the body. Wow, what a night he's having. Cole Walter able to turn that one away as Jack Flood on it for the Braves as he takes a cross-check, it looked like there, but no penalty called as it's flipped out of play for a stoppage with 3:06. But boy, Courtney, this game has turned around pretty quickly here for the Bradley Braves.
Yeah, this has definitely been Bradley's period so far. They now have 30 shots, holding Illinois to just 20 shots so far in these two periods. Definitely been a lot better defense and a lot better offense for Bradley.
Braves converting on the power play. Again, Ryan Spence with the goal. A costly turnover as an Illinois defender wiped out and allowed Spence to come in all alone. Another chance for the Illini here. That one broken up though by Cooney. Crandall back to play it here for the Braves as it's sent up ahead on the right wing side. Atchison looking for Cooney as he's knocked. Good hit there on Cooney. 2:48 to go in the period. Goes down low. Illinois down low into the corner. Cooney after it here for the Braves as Crandall will go back to get it as well. Up the wall. Big hit there. Tough to see with all the students in the way, but obviously they liked it. Over to the other side, Matherin plays it with a high stick, and so we'll have to stop play here. We'll have a face-off in the defensive end here for Illinois with 2:20 to go in the second period. Again, 2 goals in this period. The Spence brothers coming alive here tonight. Andrew Spence with the first one. Ryan Spence with the second one for the Braves, who are again without Tommy Davis, who left the game early in the first period and will not be returning here tonight for Bradley for the remainder of this game. Looks like we're just waiting for everybody to get settled down here off the face-off. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Bradley Hockey Network for some late night hockey. Braves and Illini. Matt Harrington alongside Courtney White here in Champaign. Big hit behind the net as it comes up the wall and now sent over to the other side. Cian Beckos, and now Shack picks it up for the Braves. Shack around the outside, looking to try and get around the defender. Shack still with it. Back up top for Bryant, who handles it here. Forced to slide it over. Melbon creeping in. Glove save Crawford. Rebound still loose behind the net as it's picked up now in the corner. Big physical play there from both teams as Illinois will maneuver it out. That one rifled into the zone. And we're going to have an icing here, I believe, against the Braves. Must have just been behind the red line. So that'll go down to Bradley's end here with 1:35 to play in the period. 95 seconds to go in the second. We'll see how Illinois responds in the third. Again, they, as you mentioned, Courtney, they still do lead the shots on goal 20-13. So Cole Walter definitely keeping the Braves in front right now. Offensive zone draw here for Illinois. Konachek wins it back. That one's fired wide of the mark by Lindstrom and over to the far side. Konachek behind the net. Now Bishop will walk this out of the zone here for Bradley. Here's Seth Bishop. The senior, of course, will be honored tomorrow night for our senior night ceremony for the Braves. Out there with Pierce as well. Pierce trying to jam it home and picked up in the slot by Illinois. Still with it though, and Crawford's got it for the stoppage with 1:03 to play in the period. Good looking sequence there though for the Braves.
Yeah, they're definitely getting the offensive possession they're needing right now.
Braves coming into today in the 11 road games that they played, 6-5 record for Bradley on the road. So a win here tonight would get them up to 7-5, and of course a loss would send them back down to the 500 mark here on the road. And for comparison, at home, they are 8-4. Looks like some of the Bradley faithful have made the trip here as well to the U of I Ice Arena, as you probably see some of the students in the top left there. 1 minute exactly to play in the period as it's cleared down the length of the ice. And we'll get an icing call here against the Illini. Schmidt able to win the foot race, no problem. Illinois, again, tough start to their season. They started 0-8-1 before winning their first game on October 22nd. Of course, this is a team that's rebuilding too. A lot of young talent on this team. First-year head coach Camden Cortez here for Illinois, and played, of course, for this Illini team back in his day as well. Here's Spence now, back up top for Coat. That one deflects just wide as it goes up to the right wing side. Forced out of the zone, Coat on it for the Braves with 30 seconds to go in the period. Pushed in deep. Braves cutting the shot deficit now to just 5, 20-15. Here's McNeely, sends it across, just out of the reach of Byen. Jackson Byen, that is. And McNeely able to handcuff that one and keep it in the slot. Broken up, good play again by Andrew Spence for the Braves. Bradley trying to move it out of the zone. 3 seconds to go in the period. One last chance. Pierce with a drive and a good save by Crawford. So that will do it for the second period of play. And after an ugly first period, Bradley takes the lead 2-1 here after 2 periods of play. Not the best period by any means for Bradley, but they've done what they needed to do to get in front here, 2-1.
Yeah, they have. Their offensive possession has definitely been a lot better this period, only down by 5 shots now compared to Illinois' 20. This last few minutes of the period was all Bradley offense. They really held that Illinois offense.
So 2-1 lead for Bradley at the end of 2 periods here. Again, worth mentioning, Bradley's second and third in the conference right now, and Illinois sitting at the bottom 9th, all alone in 9th place. So this is certainly a game that you would think on paper Bradley should be able to win fairly easily, but they have certainly run into an Illinois team that has given them some trouble here tonight. Still 20 minutes to play though, Bradley on top. 2-1 goals from Ryan Spence and Andrew Spence here for the Braves tonight. Matt Harrington here alongside Courtney White. We'll be back for the third period. Braves leading 2-1 after 2. We welcome you back to Champaign, Illinois. Third period just about ready to go here between the Bradley Braves and the Illinois Fighting Illini. This has been a great game so far. 2-1 lead for Bradley. They, of course, got goals in the second period from Ryan Spence and Andrew Spence. And we shall see how the Braves can close things out, or if they can close things out here, Courtney, down the stretch of this game. You can bet, though, that Illinois is not going to be going away here in this third period.
Yeah, it's really important for the Braves to come out here strong and really set the momentum.
We'll see if they can do that. Again, Tommy Davis is out for the remainder of this game for the Braves. So that is a big loss for Illinois moving forward. And we'll see how they do. Kohut on it there for the Braves as the Illini will take a hold of it here to begin this third period of play. One thing that I miss, Courtney, about being in the Owen Center is having our own press box and people don't stand up in your way when you're trying to call a game. That's been an issue for me here so far in the first two periods of this game, and we'll see, hopefully not here for the third. Pierce on it for the Braves, and I think we're going to have an icing call against Bradley. Crandall was ready to come over for the change, and I believe Bradley is going to have an icing against them here, which would prevent them from changing. Crandall and Kohut, the defense pair, would have to stay out there for the Braves. And a little bit of confusion here in front of the Bradley bench. Pierce now talking with the officials, not really sure what's going on here, but it does look like we are going to have a defensive zone draw for Bradley. This is, what, the second time that this game that's happened where we've had a controversial icing go against Bradley. We'll see if that has any implication down the stretch. Most likely not, so we'll keep playing on here. Third period underway. Illinois down 2-1, trying to pick up just their third conference win of the year here tonight. They beat St. Louis on December 22nd, and they also beat SIUE just a couple of weeks later. So those are the only two conference wins that they've had so far this season. Up the wall it goes. Now to the line, a big drive, and ooh, that stung Seth Bishop on the shot from Matherin. As Bishop knocked off the puck here. Now Straker into the zone. Able to knock a player along the boards, but Illinois still maintains possession. A turnover in front of the net, or could have been one at least, but that's broken up. Now Schmidt was off a stick here and taken by Matherin for a moment before it was broken up by Bryant. Now down and handled by Illinois as they will go and get it. Doppelt up the boards. Cleared out of the zone. Crandall bumps it over to the other side of Wes Straker. Picks it up here for Bradley. Straker taken down. Shack still with it though for Bradley as he goes up top, and a whistle here. And I believe we're getting a penalty against the Illini here, Courtney. Not sure if you were able to get a good look at that play at all, but we will have a Bradley power play.
Yeah, all I saw was Straker get taken out. Couldn't really see it, so.
Looks like it's Philip Konachek that is going to the box for Illinois. That's, I believe, his second trip to the box tonight as well for Illinois. So Bradley will have a power play opportunity here again, and of course they scored on their last one. See if they can do the same here. 20-15 the shots on goal in favor of Illinois, but they trail here to Bradley 2-1. Here's Etchison, patted away, rebound, loose in front, can't be pounded home by Wes Straker. He was right there at the doorstep. And we're going to have a penalty here against Bradley, a kneeing call. And CM Beckos potentially had a break, and Bradley will go to the box. So there goes your power play, and we'll have 4-on-4 here. Don't see that penalty called often, but it's a kneeing minor here, and of course you can't stick your leg out like that, Courtney, and that's why the referee had his arm up there.
Yeah, tough penalty for Bradley. They really needed that power play to get another goal on the board and make this a 2-goal lead.
So Melbon is the one that goes to the box. Now, of course, things get really interesting because when you have the 4-on-4, you have a lot of open ice to work with. And even more so when you play on a rink that's 30 feet wider than a traditional rink. So Illinois, a lot of space to work with here on the 4-on-4 as well as Bradley. Corey Kohut racing after it here for the Braves. Up the wall it comes now into the offensive zone. Straker ran into the referee. Nothing he could do there as Crandall has to get back defensively for the Braves. Bertucci lost his footing trying to find the stick of McNeely. Working it there is Crandall. Able to force that out. Good play by Crandall. Could have a break. Here's Josh Crandall shooting off the side of the net there for the Braves. Good look, though, for Josh Crandall, and a good job to kill some more time on the 4-on-4. Over to the other side now. Illinois takes it for a moment. Bradley will come back across into the offensive zone. Shack weaving his way ahead. Cooney in on goal, and that's handled by Crawford for the whistle with 16:48 to go in the third period of play. 53 seconds left of 4-on-4 time here for both of these teams.
Yeah, so far Bradley's looking strong during this power play, which is really good for them.
The Spence brothers out there right now on the 4-on-4. And of course, they are the 2 goal scorers in this game. For Bradley, Ryan Spence, the senior, Andrew Spence, the freshman. And of course, Ryan Spence will play his last home game tomorrow along with Tuttle and Bishop, the other seniors on this Bradley D2 team. Now up the wall as it's handled here by Illinois. Sent across. DeConcilis with it at the point. Throws it in on goal. Taken in the high slot. Turnaround try. Great block by Brian, who took a big puck mark there, but he made a play. Now here's Ryan Spence looking for the second one as he's knocked down and goes hard into the boards. Andrew Spence able to work that puck free. Finds the stick of Schmidt, who goes down. And Illinois still with possession here. Chris DeConcilis over for Sprunk. Now a brief Illinois power play for 10 seconds as they come across the line. Here's Sprunk looking for that open lane. Good block from Schmidt as he took the brunt of that hit. Now here's Zach Pierce racing ahead. Pierce on a breakaway, can't finish. Zach Pierce not able to put it home, and this game remains at 2-1. He had a golden opportunity there. Now Illinois trying to change the tide. Ellis into the offensive zone for the Illini. Down low into the corner now. Here's Will DeConcilis in the high slot. Byen with a nifty move. Still on it there as he's pressured by Straker. Here's Byen. Finds his man wide open. The pass too much for Doppelt to handle. In the slot again. Byen can't pull the trigger there. Hall trying to work it for Illinois as it comes over for Ellis. Back to the point and down low for Ellis again before it's interrupted. Pierce looking for more for Bradley. Trying to get this one to the net and cannot either. Here is Smat racing ahead as he sends it wide of Walter. Another try here for Illinois as they keep the possession. Ellis down low. Spence, or Bryant rather, as he gets hounded. And now Bradley will move it out of the zone. Intercepted at the line. Here's Smat into the zone. Walter the save, a big rebound, goes off a skate and into the corner. Boy, Illinois bringing the pressure right now. This is perhaps the best sequence we've seen all game from them. Another shot on goal. Walter's got it, and there's no rebound as Shane Ellis is denied by Walter. Now we get a few extra shoves. Pierce and Fisher jawing at each other here in front of the Bradley goal. Got to be careful not to take any penalties here. So not sure if we're going to get any penalties. I don't think we will. But I'll tell you what, Courtney, Zach Pierce is a guy known to try and get under your skin, and you got to be careful not to take any penalties in that process either. So we'll go back to, again, 5-on-5 here. Have been for a couple minutes or so 14-18 to go in the third period. Shots on goal 22-18 in favor of Illinois as they, again, are trailing in this game 2-1 to the Bradley Braves. Big story, though, for this game. Tommy Davis injured in the first 3 seconds, I'd say, of this game. And he will, of course, not be returning tonight for the Braves. Leading scorer with a whopping 42 points, 23 goals, 19 assists in just 23 games for the Braves. Down low behind the net now. Flood throws the body as it goes over for Etchison. Back up top now for Kohut. Walks the line. Cuts in on goal. Tip just wide by Flood. Rebound off the side of the cage on the shot from Cooney. 13:45 to go in the third period here. 2-1 game. This has been a lot closer, I'm sure, than a lot of folks thought it would be. Illinois giving a really good fight, despite the fact that they're last place in the conference entering tonight. Now Etchison playing it ahead. In on goal. Crawford steers that away, no problem, as Fisher will swing it over to the other side. Picked up here by Janowski. Finds his man up ahead. McNeely into the zone. McNeely pulls the trigger. Good save, Walter, as it's taken into the corner now by Jackson Byen. Battle for possession. Melbon and looks like Flood in there as well for the Braves. Michael Hall, the senior forward, in there for Illinois. Puck comes free. Tuttle able to muscle that one over to the other side. Able to keep a handle on it there are the Illini for a moment. Now forced out of the zone. Melbon banked that one off the boards, looking for a man. Here's Hall cutting inside and swept away by a good defensive stick there from the Braves. Illinois is going to be delayed offside here as Bradley will take possession. Straker dishing back to Melbon. Braves averaging 4.47 goals per game coming into tonight, but so far just the 2 goals on 19 shots for Bradley in this game. Bishop trying to glove it behind the net and was not able to as it goes over to the other side. Borelli down low into the corner now as Melbon got a stick on it. Taken back behind the net. A chance out in front of Walter as he watches from the left post. And Bishop able to move it out. Again, just a little bit too far for Pierce, but he does win the foot race, no icing. That time, Pierce finally wins the icing. Now in front of the Illinois bench, Bryant able to scramble and play this one at center for a moment. Straker got tripped up there, no call. We'll keep playing on. Looks like maybe a little bit of a selling job there from Straker on that play. Bryant back to get it though for the Braves. 11:26 to go and regulation time. 1 goal lead for Bradley. Illinois though has put up a good fight here in this third period. Here's Shack. Wrist shot blocked, bounces high off the boards and into the hands of Shack again, who finds it here. Here's Tommy Shack, leaves it back. Here's Pierce in front. Spence can't finish. Now Shack back up top for Schmidt. Loads that one up as it deflects off an Illinois stick. Now Dopplet will push it out of the zone. Across the line, Ryan Spence whacking at it here for the Braves as he meets the body of Ciambekos. Spence into the corner. Schmidt working as well. Ryan Spence over to the other side as it's taken a hold of by Lindstrom. Back up top now. Shot on goal handled by Walter. Ryan Spence that is with the rebound as he will clear this one down the ice. And a good clear to avoid the icing. Regroup time here for the Illini. Matherin able to toss that one deep as he tries to get around the Bradley defense. Crandall and back for Kohut. Ahead here for the Braves. Here's Straker into the zone trying to pull the trigger as he goes hard into the boards for Bradley. Straker dishes back up top. Crandall over to Kohut. Now Kohut, a weak pass in the hands of Straker. Back to Crandall at the point. Straker will let this one go down low for Seth Bishop. Bishop on the right side. Kohut with the shot. Big juicy rebound goes over to the left boards. Now Straker swivels that one down low. Tuttle working for possession for the Braves. 9:45 to go as we're just about halfway through this third period and final one of regulation time. Offensive zone now for Illinois. Buying with the shot. Loose puck in front, handled by Walter. Tell you what, Walter did not know where that was, Courtney, and he's lucky it was right under him.
Yeah, Josh Crandall's really happy that Cole Walter covered that puck because I don't think either of them really knew where it was.
No, they did not, and good break, though, for Bradley. 9:31 to play in the third, as you see there on the scoreboard. Thanks for sticking with us for some late-night hockey here in Champaign, Illinois. Braves and Illini in the first of a two-game weekend series. If you want to call it the weekend, technically not quite, but we'll be back in Peoria tomorrow night. 6:30 start as the Braves and Illini will meet for the final time in the regular season. It's also the last regular season game for the Braves. It's senior night and Greek night at the Owen Center, so we hope you can join us for what should be another good battle between these two in-state rivals. Cleared down the length of the ice. Leo Smat in a tie-up here with Flood as they work to get it free. Now Smat banked up the boards. Atchison trying to get a stick on it and does for the Braves with 8:50 to go. Cleared down, and that will go the length of the ice for an icing. But again, Courtney, one of the things we've seen throughout this game is Bradley has consistently managed to cut that shot deficit down, and it's down to just 3 here.
Yeah, the first period was really rough for Bradley. It was all about that mindset. They came into the game with a bad mindset. They've definitely managed to change it throughout these last 2 periods.
Again, this game, though, far from over. Bradley still with 8:46 to go to hang on to this 2-1 lead. Bishop wins the draw. Quick shot blocked. Rebound handled nicely by Crawford. David Tuttle with his best chance of the game right there. Another offensive zone draw here for the Braves. Illinois will switch things up a little bit here for this defensive zone face-off. Seth Bishop in the circle again for the Braves as he wins it back. Now over, Kohut throws it toward the net off a stick. And taken up the wall here for Schmidt. Now Schmidt able to force that one out of the zone. Tuttle on it for the Braves as it's batted down. And now Schmidt will take it here for Bradley. On it now is Andrew Spence as he'll flip it in, and Doppelt will hang on to it here for Illinois. Picked off by Bishop. Here's Bishop across the line. Blockered away by the goaltender Crawford as it goes up the wall now. Bishop trying to play it here for the Braves. McNeely on it as well. Pierce can't quite pull the trigger as it's taken by Sprunk. Flipped up through the neutral zone, and Schmidt able to get that one in deep. Schmidt now down low for Pierce. Looking for Andrew Spence trailing there with 7:40 to go in the third. Down low as Pierce will go take it down the other way. We're trying to, at least, as Illinois takes possession. Here's Jackson Byen into the offensive zone. Trying to weave through the defense, didn't work. Now Ryan Spence up ahead for Zach Pierce. Pierce, nifty toe drag there. Still can't pull the trigger. He's had a hard time with that, getting through the slot tonight, as Illinois will come into the offensive zone. Here's a chance. Big shot. Rebound, scores! It's jammed home by Cam Cutler. A nice bounce for Illinois, and just like that, we are tied with 7:05 to go.
A great opportunity for Illinois. You know, Bradley really had the momentum going for them after the second period, and Illinois just turned it around.
Well, kind of like we saw on the goal from Ryan Spence, it was just a bad luck play, and head coach Brian Hamilton is furious right now with the officiating down at ice level. I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but he is having a pretty animated conversation right now with the officials. And Illinois ties it up here at 2. But again, like we saw with that Spence goal, it was the falling down of the defensive player that resulted in the goal, and that was just a good bounce, a lucky bounce for Illinois. And Cutler had a wide open net to put it home. So we are tied at 2 with 7 minutes to play in regulation time. And now the going gets real here for Bradley as they will have to lock down here in the final 6.5. Here's a shot from Hall, and Walter makes the save. But boy, Illinois not letting off the gas pedal by any means.
No, this is a late game, so I don't really know if they want to go to overtime. No. It's almost midnight if you round up.
There you go. Closer to 11, Courtney, but you know what? That's okay. It'll
definitely past my bedtime.
There you go. Off the face-off, Crandall will take it here for the Braves. Off the glass and cleared down by Bradley. No icing as it doesn't have quite enough juice to get there. Illinois and Bradley tied at 2. Braves surrendering the last goal. And now with their backs against the wall here, 2-2. Kohut on it for Bradley with 6:25 to go. And Flood will send it up the boards. Here's Etchison. No problem there for Crawford, who hangs on. Well, at this point of the game, Courtney, it's a tough situation for Bradley in terms of how do you want to approach it. Do you want to play a more defensive game or a more offensive game and try and get that goal? But given the firepower that Bradley has on offense, we should hope at least that Bradley continues to put the offensive pressure on here in the third.
Yeah, that'd definitely be my strategy, especially with the offensive power. Like you said, go hard on offense and hopefully get that goal.
Shot there turned away by the goaltender Crawford, and here comes Illinois across the line. That one deflects off the glass right into the hands of Seth Bishop, who will play it along the boards. Bishop down low for Bryant now with under 6 to play in the third. Tie game here. Bradley has only gone to overtime one time this season. That was back against Maryville on December 3rd, a game that they won in overtime 3-2. Corey Kohut scoring the game winner in that game. So again, that was the only overtime game that Bradley's played this year. Still plenty of time before we get there, though. And of course, if you're a Bradley fan, you're just hoping they can get out of this one in regulation down the stretch. So big face-off here in the offensive zone for the Braves, as Ryan Spence will take the offensive zone draw. Now Andrew Spence fires that one wide. It will go all the way over for Crandall, who keeps it in. Down low for Ryan Spence. Spence into the corner. Andrew Spence in there as well for the Braves. Trying to dig that one free. Here comes Illinois through center. Konachek, 2-on-1, a great play, Crandall. Maybe saving the game here in the closing minutes for Bradley. Now Crandall here mills that one all the way down the ice. Pierce trying to get to it, and again, he'll beat out that icing. It's a good sign for the Braves. Now Byen taps it ahead. Byen to Byen. Here's Tyler Byen cutting in, sticked away by Corey Kohut off the glass. Still into the offensive zone though. Smat trying to keep it, and here comes Bradley. Ryan Spence over for Pierce. The shot, the glove save from Crawford with 4:46 to go in this 2-2 hockey game. Bradley now being outshot just by one, 25-24.
Yeah, these last two periods, Bradley's definitely stepped up and tried to keep the momentum in their favor. Unfortunately, that Illinois goal did happen, so.
Ken Brate. Sorry, go ahead, Courtney.
I was going to say, hopefully they can get one more in.
Here's a chance in front. Pad save, Crawford, and he's got the rebound as well. So he'll hold on with 4:36 to go, and just like that, for the first time in this game, Bradley has the shots on goal advantage, 26-25. It took almost all of regulation, but they're now in front.
I do have to say, I don't know that Bradley ever has the majority shots on goal very often.
They don't. That's a good point. Even when they win, they do seem to be outshot quite a bit. Again, worth pointing out, Bradley, no Tommy Davis here for the vast majority of this game. And, of course, he is done for the night for the Braves. We'll try and get more for you on that for tomorrow's game. Here's Bryant up the wall now, looking for Etchison. Handles it for the Braves. Now over to the other side. Bryant all the way up ahead for Cooney, who got a stick on it, looks like, so no icing as it's played by Illinois. Doppelt will play it over to the far side. Sprunk back for Doppold as those two defensemen play catch here in the defensive end. Sprunk, outlet pass just off the stick of Ellis. And now Melbon gets handcuffed a bit. Ellis able to keep it for a moment before it comes out. Now Melbon flipping that one in deep. Tuttle racing after it. And it'll be held on to by Crawford for a whistle. 3:42 remaining in regulation. The Illinois students have been very vocal all night long. And I think they've certainly played a factor in this one for sure. See if Bradley can do the same tomorrow night when they host at the Owen Center. Tuttle's unable to pull the trigger on that shot as he fanned on it. Back into the offensive zone. Shot on goal steered away by Walter. Borelli takes it into the corner for Illinois. Bishop out there for Bradley as well, trying to dig it free from this corner scrum. Not a whole lot of movement here as we're kind of stuck in that left corner. Now Bishop over to the other side. Plays it all the way down the ice, and it will be an icing. Good play, though, by the goaltender, Crawford, to watch his net there and make sure that went the full 200 feet. 3:09 remaining now in regulation time here in Champaign, Illinois. Bradley trying to avoid what would certainly be their worst loss of the year. And again, Illinois has not beaten Bradley at the D2 level since Bradley made that jump in 2017. They're 6-0, and as Courtney mentioned, Bradley outscoring them 39-15 in those 6 games that they played at the D2 level against each other. Down low into the corner now. Will DeConcilis back up to the point. Long shot. Walter got a piece of it there with the glove on the shot from Matherin. Top defense unit out, Fisher and Matherin right now for Illinois. Handled at the right point, backhanded in on net. To the line but not out. Good keep. McNeely the shot. Walter had to go upstairs to make the save. And now Bradley able to finally airmail that one out. But again, you sense that Illinois has had all the good chances here the last few minutes. And now Melbon will get it. It's an icing for the Braves, or excuse me, against the Illini. So a big break here for Bradley.
Yeah, Illinois has retaken over the shots on goal lead. It is now 27-26 Illinois.
Tommy Shack getting pretty good earful from the referee here. Not sure what's going on between those two, but he ran over to, or sprinted rather, down the ice to talk to Shack. So looks like Cole Walters having a skate issue here. I thought he was coming to the bench at first as an extra attacker in a 2-2 game. Was very confused for a moment, but Walter is getting his, looks like his lace or something on the pad here for Bradley figured out. So 2:22 to go, and the score 2-2. All twos here in Champaign. Again, Bradley second and third, a lock right now with Iowa in the conference standings. Win here could go a long way in determining who gets that second seed, but got to take care of business here against an Illinois team that, quite frankly, Bradley should probably be ahead of by quite a bit at this stage of the game. Give credit to Illinois, though. They have come out and played a very good game throughout the course of the night, and be interesting to see tomorrow, too, if Bradley responds. Last time these two teams met, Bradley won 11-0 on Friday and then only won by 6-5 on the Saturday game. So it's crazy how much can change in just a handful of hours. Braves trying to go back into the offensive zone here. Bryant just keeps it. Good job to get it deep. Now Bryant down low. Here's Sam Bryant looking at a player up top, and it's pushed out by Illinois. 2-on-2. Ethan McNeely ran out of room there. Good defensive play from Tommy Shack for the Braves. 1:53 to go in regulation time. Illinois on it here. Spence able to push it out of the zone. And taken by DeConcilis. Chris DeConcilis, that is, up the boards for Tyler Byen. Flood rings that one around out of the reach of Pierce. With 90 seconds to go in a tie game here in Illinois. Here's Byen trying to cut in the middle. Coat whacks it out, rolls right up to Walter, who's got it for the glove save. Braves just trying to hang on here. Again, this is a 2-2 game. It was 2-1 after 2. Only goal of the period scored by Cam Cutler, former high school teammate of Tommy Davis and Tommy Shack. Here's Ellis trying to pull the trigger. He's got the other Illinois goal in this game. Now Crandall down low. Here's Smat looking for a man in the high slot. Glove save. Cole Walter saving the day. How about this save?
Yeah, just another great save by Cole Walter. He's been playing amazing back there, making the key saves when he was really need to.
Down off the draw, this is Tyler Byen. Up the boards now, back down low for Byen. As we have officially hit the 1 minute mark remaining in regulation. And if we don't get a goal in the next minute, we'll head to overtime. Down low it goes, Sprunk moving it toward the front over the top of Walter. And Ellis is taken down in the high slot. Here's Byen trying to pull the trigger, swept away to the boards and out of the zone by Illinois, or rather Bradley. Cooney on it there for the Braves, 35 seconds to go. All Illinois in puck possession the last couple of minutes. Crandall looking for an open lane. Deflects off a body. Cooney trying to play it there, and Flood will go back down low for Crandall. 22 seconds. Braves stuck in their own end as it's off the stick of Etchison, but it does come out of the offensive zone for Illinois. Regroup time for the Fighting Illini. 10 seconds to go. Flood trying to get it there. Broken up. Here's Konachek in the slot. That's off the glass by Bradley. Etchison just going to eat it here, it looks like, for the last few seconds. Actually, will ring it down, and that will do it for regulation. And for just the second time this season, the D2 Bradley Braves are headed to overtime here, tied at 2. Boy, what a wild game this has been, Courtney.
Yeah, definitely not how I expected this game to go. I don't think really anyone's expected this game to go this way. You know, Illinois came out, they played really tough. They've been playing tough for 3 periods, and they're really going to come out in this overtime.
I mean, give them credit, certainly. This has been an impressive performance from them. Maybe it says more about the Braves, but again, keep in mind that Tommy Davis has been out for pretty much the entirety of this game for the Braves. He was injured, looked like on the first shift of the game on a hit right off the opening bat. And so we will head to overtime here. We'll play 5 minutes, I believe, of 4-on-4. And then if we do not get a winner, Courtney, in overtime, we will head to a shootout. So there's no continuous overtime. Of course, there will be once we get to playoff time, though, if Bradley does get into an overtime situation like that. But we will go to overtime, 2-2. Again, the story for the Braves, no Tommy Davis for most of this game. And had a 2-1 lead. And then with about 7 minutes left, tie game on a goal from Cam Cutler, making his former Providence Catholic High School teammates Tommy Shack and Tommy Davis pay with that goal. So the Braves will start with Bishop, Straker, Bryant, and Shack. And we'll see how they do in this overtime. So 4-on-4 for OT as we go to the traditional old NHL rules of 4-on-4 for 5 minutes. Here's Deacon Sillis into the zone for Illinois. Back up to the line. Sent over to Fisher as he handles it at the line. Down low, Deacon Sillis. Tough angle, broken up at the back door as Bishop gets a good stick on it there. Great play by Seth Bishop to force that one out of play. Just 23 seconds, or 24 seconds into the overtime period.
Yeah, it's really important for Bradley to turn this around and be strong on offense. They really want that offensive possession first off rather than letting Illinois take it.
Face off in the offensive zone, though, for the Illini. Will Deacon Sillis and his brother Chris Deacon Sillis out there as well. Won by Cooney. Good job to force it to the line, and he juggles it out of the zone. Good play. And back into the zone comes Fisher. Here's Dom Fisher cutting in. Great save, Cole Walter. That was one of the best looking chances that we have seen from either team in this game. And Cole Walter with a stone cold robbery right there.
Yeah, Cole Walter, like I said earlier, has just been amazing tonight. He's been making the saves when they've needed it, and he's just done it again.
Another offensive zone faceoff for Illinois. Bradley has not had hardly any possession the last handful of minutes. Here's Sprunk. Holding on to it for Illinois as he goes over on the left wing side. Konachek now fires it toward the goal, and that deflects off the glass. And picked up now by Cooney. Cooney poking it there for the Braves. Here's Ryan Spence, patted away on a good save from Bill Crawford. 1 minute gone in overtime. Here's Illinois back into the offensive zone now. Slowed down at the right wing side. Braves trying to come out of the zone as it comes free for Corey Kohut. Kohut elects to go back into his own defensive end here as he dishes off for Josh Crandall. Now Crandall looking for an open lane. Goes to the right wing side. Here's Straker. Back in the slot for Bishop. Just couldn't get it on the backhand as it's forced out by Illinois. Matherin plays it in deep. No icing call here. Josh Crandall on it for the Braves. Up the wall now. Bishop ahead for Bryant. Just a bit out of his reach as Matherin jumps back in on the play. Here's Matherin, leaves it for Sprunk. Bishop got a stick on it, and here comes Seth Bishop now on the right wing side. Bishop into the zone. Good defensive play there from Jack Lindstrom. Braves still with possession though. Bishop muscles that one deep. Bryant on it in the corner for the Braves. Here's Sam Bryant. Shoots. That's blocked. Good play in front by Matherin. He's blocked a handful of those kind of shots tonight. 2:47 to go in overtime. Now up through center ice. Bryant able to push that one deep, but it's past the red line. So that means we get an icing, and now Bradley will have another defensive zone draw with 2:40 to go in overtime. Big points at stake here for Bradley in the MACA standings. And certainly do not want to lose to this Illinois team that is last place in the conference entering tonight. All alone in ninth place with just 2 wins. Off the draw now. Sam Bryant picks it up for the Braves. Looking for Straker as he tries to go up ahead. Straker meets Deacon Sillis in the corner as Deacon Sillis will come out with that one. Up ahead now for McNeely. That one pushed in deep by Byan. And Bryant will play it here for the Braves. Illini still with possession. Deacon Sillis swings that one over. Byan back to Deacon Sillis. He'll shoot. That's blockered away by Cole Walter, able to punch that one out. Into the neutral zone now. Straker trying to get on that loose puck. It'll be Chris Deacon Sillis with it now for Illinois. Dom Fisher now. 2 minutes to go in overtime between Illinois and Bradley. If we don't get a winner in that time frame, we'll go to a shootout. Here's a wrist shot from McNeely, no problem. And it's handled by Cole Walter.
Yeah, this has most certainly been a difficult game for Bradley, especially losing Tommy Davis within the first 3 seconds. You know, there just hasn't really been that offensive chemistry that's usually there.
Certainly not. It's clearly been a factor all night long. Now Bishop will come out on the ice here with Cooney, Etchison, Crandall, and looks like Bishop's going to come off the ice. So Cooney, Etchison, Crandall, and Kohut out there for the Braves on this 4-on-4. Quick shot off the draw. Goes high. Shane Ellis looking for his second of the night and the game winner. Now Crandall back behind the net here for the Braves as Kohut will take it here for the Braves. Crandall now up ahead looking for Cooney, and that'll be an icing against the Braves. If you go back a little bit in the series history between these two teams, 2018, this was the last time these two teams required extra time, was a shootout win for the Braves. We're going to get a timeout here by head coach Brian Hamilton and the rest of the Braves coaching staff. I think, Courtney, at this juncture of the game, that this is probably the right decision. Rest your guys up a little bit here for the final 90 seconds or so of overtime.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this decision. You know, kind of go ahead, make a strategy, and really try to get something going here on offense.
We'll see what the Braves can do. They are being outshot in this game 31-27, although it was a lot worse than it was at one point in the shots on goal category. Bradley led at one point, but now back to trailing in that category by 4. So 126 remaining in the overtime period. Braves have not gone to a shootout, though, this year. So if we do get to that point, it'll be interesting to see who they decide to put out there for that shootout as well. But I'm sure they'd love to just get this thing over with now.
Especially with it being already 11:30.
Yes, very late here. Still have about a 90-minute bus drive back to Peoria tonight as well. So by my estimation, that means we won't be getting home before 1 a.m. So going to be a late night here for these Bradley Braves. Back to Peoria. Off the face-off. Crandall picks it up here for the Braves. 1:20 to go in overtime as Crandall gets rocked along the boards. All sorts of physical pressure here from Illinois. Now out of the zone. Here come the Braves. Etchison gets the pass from Straker. Here's Etchison. Shoots it, and a glove save from Bill Crawford. 28th shot of the game for the Braves. 31 now for Illinois. 11:31 local time here in Champaign, Illinois. Thank you for joining us here on the Bradley Hockey Network. Matt Harrington alongside Courtney White. Braves in a very tough battle here against this Illini team that has not given up at all tonight. Straker has his stick lifted and can't make a play for the Braves as it goes over to the other side. Matherin. 1 minute to play now in overtime. Here's Tommy Shack. I'll send it over on the left wing side, or right wing side rather. That's broken up. Puck will flutter its way past the blue line. Braves have to regroup here. Over to the other side now. Sam Bryant. In deep as it goes to the other side. Etchison playing it in the corner. Looking for Bryant. It'll be kept in at the line. No, it won't be by Shack. So have to regroup with 30 seconds remaining in OT. Matherin plays it here for Illinois. Here they come, the Illini. Matherin creeping in, looking for an open lane in the high slot, broken up. Another try, Walter the save. The net is off its moorings, and Cole Walter accidentally knocked the net off in the process of making that save. And obviously it was accidental, but it probably worked in his favor to get that whistle.
Yeah, that was an absolute magnificent save by Cole Walter. That was a great chance by Illinois, but Cole Walter was there with a save that Bradley desperately needed.
13.2 seconds to go in overtime. And Bryant was going to come out, and I think they're going to have to force Shack to come back out on the ice here for the final 13.2. Might not be enough time for Bradley to win this in overtime, but Illinois with a big chance here. Good win, though. Here's Cooney looking for Coat. Here's Coat waiting. Scores! Corey Coat, overtime winner. Braves win 3-2.
Right as you said, there's not enough time for Bradley to win.
Oh my goodness. There's a good old broadcaster jinx right there. And Corey Coat wins it. Bradley survives in a wild finish here at the U of I Ice Arena. 3-2 winners over these Illinois Fighting Illini. And what a way to close out their final road game of the year with a 3-2 win. Wow. Probably didn't like that it got that close, but boy, they find a way to get it done when it matters here, Courtney. With 4 seconds left in overtime, Corey Coat has scored the second overtime winner of the year for the Braves. He had the only one back in December, and he's done it again here at Illinois as they win. Bradley Braves do 3-2 over the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to that Cole Walter save back there. That was an excellent play by him. Actually knocked off the goal, but it worked in his favor. The Braves win.
Well, what a wild game that was. Ryan Spence, Andrew Spence, and of course, Corey Coat scores your overtime winner with a 3-2 win for these Braves over the Fighting Illini. Round 2 tomorrow night at the Owen Center in Peoria. And I'll tell you what, Bradley will certainly need to make some adjustments. They can celebrate all they want, but they're going to have to be ready to go tomorrow. Much better start needed here from the Braves tomorrow night at the Owen Center.
Yeah, the offense really needs to be a lot better from the Braves. The defense, too. We want strong goaltending. It's senior night. It's fraternity night. Just we want a good performance from the Braves.
Certainly will, and what a game for the Bradley Braves. Cam Etchison giving a point to the camera. He had a great game as well for Bradley as the Braves get it done in overtime, 3-2 over the Illinois Fighting Illini. So want to say thank you to our entire crew. Braves win it 3-2 in overtime over the Fighting Illini. For Tyler Vanco on camera and Courtney White with me on color, I'm Matt Harrington saying so long from Champaign. We'll see you tomorrow night for round 2 between the Braves and the Illini.